Today on Newsbeat, the Pope announces his resignation. Find out the reactions to some local churches.
And we have more about Arbor Day and how families made a difference in the local environment.
Also, meet student government impact candidates T. Graham Howell and Caitlin Tort.
All this and more, Newsbeat starts right now. Good evening and welcome to Newsbeat. I'm Stephanie Incaprera.
And I'm Jake Robles. Thanks for joining us.
Governor Bobby Jindal's new budget will cut more than $200 million from higher education. The governor announced the new budget last Friday. The plan adds $32 million more to the TOPS program. Senator Dan Claytor told the Daily Reveille, quote, "From my point of view, LSU is on the cusp of losing its Tier 1 status and is not going in the right direction," end quote. To save money, Jindal is calling for the privatization of 8 hospitals, including Huey P. Long Medical Center and E.A. Conway Medical Center. However, not all of those partnership agreements are in place, and many fear that puts hospitals at risk for closing. Tonight's Update program, which airs at 5:30, will have more on this continuing story. Allison Gaharan, who wrote the Daily Reveille article, will be on set with the very latest.
New details from the Vatican reveal the Pope will keep the name Benedict XVI and continue to be addressed as His Holiness once he retires. There are just 2 days left in Pope Benedict's papacy. Tiger TV's Desiree Maduro explains how Catholics on LSU's campus view the change in leadership and this Pope's legacy.
Almost 3 weeks ago, Pope Benedict announced he was going to step down. But as millions of Catholics around the world are preparing to say goodbye, students at LSU remember a papacy that will go down in history.
Pope Benedict had an amazing papacy. He's really been a great leader for the church, and it's unfortunate that he is feeling like he can't continue because the church is really losing a great man, a great leader for the church, and we're all saddened to hear the news.
The 85-year-old Pope says he's too old, frail, and tired to keep up with such a demanding job. But this is still causing shock among the Roman Catholic Church and its followers.
And so when I heard about it later, yes, it was, you know, I mean, something personally, you know, striking.
At Christ the King Church, people have been gathering to pray for the fate of the Catholic Church, and Father Matthew is excited to see who will be the next leader of the church.
I mean, there are a lot of really neat candidates. I think it's interesting. There are betting sites that, you know, that they have their prospects, and as well as the news sites.
Even though no one saw this coming, the resignation of the Pope is growing speculations on who will take over his place in the next couple of weeks. For Tiger TV, I'm Desiree Maduro.
The Pope's resignation is effective 8 p.m. on Thursday. In other news, LSU's Pennington Biomedical Research Center could establish a 4-year medical school here in Baton Rouge. It's an idea that has garnered some support from the LSU System's Board of Supervisors. This would be a branch of LSU Health New Orleans. If this proposal moves forward, the school would admit approximately 25 students per year.
Several Baton Rouge families and volunteers spent their weekend planting the city's future. Saturday, the LSU Burden Center hosted its annual Arbor Day, which is a national holiday that encourages communities to plant and regrow trees. About 150 families and 75 volunteers attended this celebration and participated in tree climbing, crafts, and hay rides. Director of the Burden Center, Jeff Cooney, says this is always a great way to grow community spirit.
Love to see families coming out and planting trees so that generations can learn the importance of planting trees, and how that if we're going to maintain a place like this, that we all got to pitch in and support it.
Other organizations who made this year's Arbor Day in Baton Rouge a success include Baton Rouge Green and the LSU Ag Center.
Student government elections are almost here. Newsbeat is following both campaigns. Tonight we bring you the first of 2 reports outlining who is running and why. We begin with the Impact campaign, as Tiger TV reporter Dominique Turnbell finds out what makes them tick.
We've sent out polls, we've done social media statistics. We want to be visible and be there for people in every aspect.
Juniors T. Graham Howell and Caitlin Torkey are one of the two pairs running for student government president and vice president with their campaign Impact LSU. Caitlin Torkey shares her thoughts on joining T. Graham for this election.
I also knew that pairing up with T. Graham would be a good mix because we do have that knowledge base. And then we have me, who has a fresh outside perspective to bring into the administration.
Howell has been part of LSU's student government for the past 2 years, while this is Torkey's first time involved. Howell and Torkey say that they stand out as candidates because Howell is knowledgeable with working in student government, while Torkey has a fresh outlook on changes around campus.
It allows us to have a fresh perspective in our initiatives, the way we run our administration, and even the way we run this campaign.
Their campaign revolves around changing crucial parts of education, like keeping tuition rates low and making information more available to students. Torkey talks about creating a new way for students to easily access information about new classes before meeting their professor.
We're looking at creating a syllabi database. You know, for students who don't know much about a course, we really want to open up those lines of communication between the professor and the student even before the student enters the class.
For Tiger TV, I'm Dominique Turnbull.
Again, we'll profile the Unite campaign later this week. Also, after that stormy weekend, things are looking a little brighter for the week. Chief Meteorologist Robert Gautreaux III tells you what to expect after the break.
Stay with us.
Good evening, I'm Chief Meteorologist Robert Gautreaux III, and like Jake said, we had lots of nasty weather. The past week, we've had so much rain the past month already. It's time to take a break from that, and we'll have some sun. I'll get to that in a little bit. Let's take a look at the winds, though. You can see the winds. It's a little breezy because of that low pressure system's finally leaving, and it's pretty close to that high pressure system. There's a little gradient there, and that's what's causing all this wind. It's starting to die down a little bit, though, and the wind will die down by midnight. But it's 16 miles per hour here in Baton Rouge, some gusts up to 20, 13 miles per hour in Natchez, 24 mile-an-hour gusts. It's a little breezy, but it'll start to die down a little bit, like I said, and we'll see lots of sun. Tonight, though, we'll see clear skies, 40 degrees, mostly clear skies. West wind of 5 to 10 miles an hour. Tomorrow, we'll see sun. Like I said, I've been saying sun. We're going to see lots of sun. 68 degrees, Mr. Blue Sky, winds west at 5 miles per hour. And the rest of the week looks pretty much like this. Friday, a little cloudy. We won't see any rain on Friday. However, it'll still be a little cloudy. But the rest of the week, lots of sun. Our temperatures will actually get cooler as the week progresses. We'll have a high of 68 tomorrow. However, our highs won't even get out of the 50s for the rest of the week. And our lows, we'll start seeing around in the mid-30s later in the week. So it'll definitely be cold. Get your jacket out of the closet and begin to prepare wearing it every day this week. I'm Chief Meteorologist Robert Gautreaux III for the most up-to-date weather. Catch me on 91.1 KLSU, at LSU Weatherman on Facebook and Twitter, or my website, robertthe3rd.com.
Thanks, Robert. Coming up, Sarah Gastineau reveals the perfect remedy for those killer hangovers.
Stay with us.
Welcome back to Newsbeat. I'm Sarah Gastineau with your weekly shot of MedWatch. Next time you go out to the bar with some friends, you may want to think twice about what drink you order. Do not be fooled by the word diet in diet soda because saving calories at the bar may not be a good thing. Researchers have recently conducted an experiment involving college kids where half the students were given vodka drinks with regular soda and diet soda was given to the others. As a result, the diet soda group was about 20% more intoxicated. According to researchers, sugar in your mixed drink slows down the effects of alcohol. In case you are one of those people that loves diet soda and refuses to drink regular soda, I have the perfect hangover remedy for you. A company in Miami, Florida created what they call the Socalo shot. The shot contains ginger, lemon, lime, cayenne pepper, turmeric, and oregano oil. The cayenne pepper gets your blood moving, allowing your headache from the night before to be released. And oregano oil is one of the best forms of antibiotics and is 100% natural. Combine them and you have the perfect hangover helper that will leave you feeling like you could run a marathon. Yes, a marathon. If a 101-year-old man can do it, you should too. Falja Singh took up the sport a little over a decade ago and has already completed 9 successful marathons. Singh, nicknamed the Turban Tornado, says that the secret is not his diet or training, but his love for the sport. So the question is, why would a man at the age of 88 take up such a demanding hobby? According to reports, Singh suffered the untimely death of his son, causing him to turn to running as a new focus in his life. And from there, running developed into marathons. In 2011, at the age of 100, he broke a world record, becoming the oldest person to complete a marathon. And now completing his final 6-mile race at 101 in just 1 hour and 32 minutes, he has set an almost impossible record to beat. Thank you for watching this week's Shot of MedWatch, and don't forget to check in next Tuesday. Back to y'all at the desk.
Thanks, Sarah. That's all the time we have for Newsbeat today.
Make sure to connect with us on the web. You can find all of LSU's latest and more on our website, tigertv.tv, and you can tweet us at LSU Tiger TV. Thanks for joining us. The update is coming up at 5:30.